little intro. What is up? What is up? What is up? Let's do a little testing. Make sure everybody is live, locked in. As you all know, we are building a $100 million pipeline live and in person. Get into the action. Welcome back. So if you have been here for day one, you know yesterday we did some data cleaning. We showed you some of the behind the scenes, mostly the psychology of outreach. High quality leads, high value messages. When you bring quality to quantity, you get everything. That is how we schedule meetings with multi-million-dollar business owners every day. Today, if you are here and locked in with us, we are going to be showing you some of the AI text automation. We are going to be setting up a new human in the loop step so we can improve some of the messages before they go out. So you'll get to see me integrate the human in the loop step in our innate and automation, as well as set up the Supabase backend and connect that to our Lovable dashboard on the front end. We're going to use our data tracking Lovable front end dashboard and create a new tab on our front end that has conversation management. We'll also try to upload some leads and launch another batch in the campaign. That's all I got for you. So if you want to know exactly how to run an AI client acquisition system and schedule meetings with multi-million-dollar business owners so you can actually get paid what you are worth, that is why you're here right now. So as usual, I'm gonna open up and introduce my lovely co-hosts on the stream. What is up, party people? Here we go. This is us. What's up, Sam? What's up, Harrison? What's up, Enrique? What's up, Dex? We're locked in. We're live. We're ready to rock and party. What are you guys excited about today? What do you think you're going to work on over this 2 hours? And what value are you going to share with the people who are here live? And remember, they're here live, so it's not a third person. They're going to see this later. They're here locked in with us. So you guys are watching us build these systems here, and we appreciate your attendance. If you've got any love for us, drop it in the chat. If you got any questions, drop it in the chat. We're here for you, live and in person. So I'm gonna hand it over to Harrison, Sam, Enrique, or Dex. Whoever wants to say what's up to the people, go ahead.
Yo. Excited today for day 2. Launched another test batch yesterday, so we are going full in to launch another campaign today and just managing that while also preparing for some of the meetings that we already have scheduled today and the rest of the week. So yeah, it's a big day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've
Go ahead, Enrique.
I've got a live valuation call happening at 12 too. If you guys want to see that, just let me know in the chat and say, yeah, we want to see you do a valuation prep call. But go ahead, guys.
Well,
go ahead. I'm just excited. Go ahead.
My side, I just wake up. I just heard from Trajan and Sam, like, yo, Enrique, why don't you like just focus on like making the fucking best automations for social media? And I was like, yeah, why not? And then, okay, put a goal. And I was like, 1 million. Fuck that. No, that's not that's not how we play. And I was like, all right, 100 million followers in the next 1 to 2 to 3 years for the Infinix Collective. So we are preparing and back engineering like the process here.
Baller.
Yeah. Yesterday, after the call, we were looking at the human in the loop step, and we were using Slack, and I didn't like it, so I just took an hour or so to build a new human in the loop step that we can see all of our communication of every text that comes in. And then here's the AI response suggestion, and then we can change it and then send it out. So, and then we can see the conversation history. So this is like in beta mode. We're getting it set up on Trajan and Enrique's system today. And we'll be cooking some other stuff up. We gotta strategize.
Yeah, I'm in this right now, so I'm editing some of these messages.
Yeah. I did notice that the interested text still went out after they replied. So I might make sure that's working.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, let's get after it then. I want to jump straight into sharing my screen and building out this new human in the loop step, which means you guys are going to get to see the text automation while we get that set up as well. Let me just pop open our N8N instance, text webhook. Boom! That is a super sexy AI text automation. I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through real quick what this is doing. First, when a new message comes in, we use Cameo, so it's like Twilio, but it's not natively integrated in Go High Level. We had to build a Go High Level app to be able to get it connected with Go High Level because Harrison is super baller and helped us get that hooked up real quick. Super easy. What you see here is anytime a new message comes in to Cameo, it gets sent to our AI text agent. We log that conversation back in Go High Level so we can see inbound messages. We log that we got inbound messages into our data tracking, as well as, you guys know how sometimes people will text with, like, they'll send a text message, then they'll send another text message, and they'll send another text message, and all that happens in like 15 seconds. Well, our AI used to reply to all 3 text messages individually as each message, but now we have it hooked up so that we can capture all of those messages that come in like back to back to back and integrate them into one cohesive message so the AI is only responding once. That's what's happening all right here. This whole next section is grabbing all
Hold on, Trajan.
Yeah, what's up?
Someone's saying your column on voice is off. Is that like he can't hear you, or?
Greg, what does that mean? Can you not hear me?
Can you hear Trajan?
Let's see. OBS. Hello. I mean, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
He said he can hear. Roland can hear me.
All right.
So
if Roland can hear, then we're good.
I think we're good. Greg, just let me know what's up. But anywho, everybody says we're good. Okay, cool. So pulling context here. This is all pulling context from Go High Level. So this is our custom memory function. We used to use Supabase for the memory management, but that had a lot of bugs, and sometimes it didn't pull all the context for us accurately, and it would error out sometimes. So we just built our own because we're nice with it. So this pulls all the context of any conversations anybody had with our voice AI assistant, the text AI assistant, any notes that we've left on that contact to provide more context to the AI agent. That's what you see here. Then we have the actual AI agent itself, plus 3 sub nodes that have our AI agents working. We have sub agents that actually do the processing. So let me go ahead and pop that open for you too and show you that sub agent workflow, because we have 3 sub AI agents that handle each part of the conversation analysis. So first we have sentiment analysis and decision engine. This determines what was the sentiment of the user that just texted in based on the context of the full conversation and the tools that the AI needs to use to be able to manage that conversation. So adding contact leads, adding tags on the contact to be able to determine, is this a warm lead, is this a hot lead, have they scheduled, updating contact information if we get a new name or a new email, getting free slots for the calendar, creating an appointment, which right now is disconnected. Enrique, is there any reason why our sub agent can't create appointments right now? I don't know.
Yeah, for the reason of, well, the first reason is we are just scheduling on our side manually, like we're adding them to our calendar. And second one is for the reason of we only book 24 hours ahead. Sometimes people reply like very, very late. And if they want to book the next day that we do have available, because just sleep like 8 to 12 hours, we can be able to just book it, but not by the AI.
Okay, so it's just something we need to tweak as far as making sure that our availability is something that the AI can book less than 24 hours. I really like 24 hours because I don't like waking up to new appointments. I'll be honest, I usually plan my days out a day in advance. So if I have like random appointments, I'm like, boo. But we are going to adjust that to probably be 18 hours in advance so we can keep using that tool. We can create new contacts and we can send emails. This is usually how, like if somebody's like, oh, can you just send me the information over an email, the AI can automatically send that. And then
real quick, I have an appointment booking workflow I used in the past that it will go and check 3 times. So if they say like no, it'll come back and blank out that section and then add a few hours, and then so it's a little more dynamic for like booking and then getting appointment scheduling. So we can look at implementing something like that.
Yeah, let's check that out. Maybe we do that tomorrow because I know we have a full schedule for today, but that's super
For
sexy.
sure.
So
I just as we're talking about it, I just remembered it, so put it out there.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm still sharing my screen. Yeah, cool. All right. And then we just obviously update the contact or log that we have the conversation done there, and then we have a final AI that is handling the replies and just a quality control to make sure the reply is full of the context. The reason why we broke this into 3 sub-agents instead of just using 1 agent still is because think about it. When you're handling a conversation with somebody, your thought process is pretty dynamic, right? You think about what is the context of the conversation? What does this person mean? Okay, now what action do I need to take? And then how do I want to reply to this person? So we broke our human thought process into an AI agent process that mirrors the way that we think, right? Okay, cool. So sub-agents process, the main orchestrator agent then handles the reply. That data gets tracked back in our data tracking system. And sometimes we turn the AI off, like the AI is on automatically, and we used to just let it reply automatically as well. But as we want to optimize for conversions, not just for like AI doing everything itself, we added a human in the loop step. So now we can approve all messages before they go out. And that's what we are going to work on here, is putting in the new human in the loop step. And then we actually send the message back with Cameo and log that we sent a message and go ahead. Okay, so that's what's going on here in the AI text automation. You will get to see this thing live and functioning, but first I want to make the update from Harrison. So thank you for that. I'm actually going to just remove this now and pull up the link from, I'm getting some messages. Possible partner that might be interested in deal sourcing. Well, that's somebody else who's trying to schedule some time.
Wait, what they say?
This somebody in my WhatsApp is trying to schedule something right now about they have a contact that has done M&A stuff before, used to be a deal scout, and wants to get access to our system. So that's super cool. I will just drop him the link in a moment, but first I want to focus on getting this run up.
We should look at the chat. I could have the chat open too. Hold on.
I have it. Can it be turned up? Trey John audio is. All right. Apparently my audio is low. Hello, 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 hello. Man, I don't. Technical issues. Even though we're a tech team, I can just talk louder. Yeah. I can just talk louder. Yo, Paul, just let me know if this is loud enough. Maybe just turn yourself up. Paul says it's better. I'll just move the mic a little closer to my mouth, and hopefully that is good. Again, everybody else is saying it's okay, so maybe just turn your audio up. Is the best thing that I can recommend for you at the moment. We'll do some more tech support later, but let me pop open this resource from Harrison. Thanks, Harrison. I hope we're not exposing anything crazy that I can't show on screen here.
Okay. What it's saying is that it just fades out whenever somebody else talks and then goes back to your voice. So like, it's not bad. So just like pause before you respond to somebody or something like that.
Crazy.
Okay, cool. Let's just try our best not to talk over each other, which is fun. So first things first is we need to create a new table inside of our Supabase schema. I'll go ahead and pop open Supabase as well.
Yeah. So the remix link is there. Everything is connected to our webhooks. So we'll just have to create a new Supabase table and then bring in the new workflows and change the one text workflow, and then just go into Lovable and change out the webhooks.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use your Lovable remix because I want to embed this into our data tracking dashboard so we have one login link.
Nice.
I can answer questions in the chat as well, kind of like a mod. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Okay, so first, I already have the schema. I'm just going to copy and paste this into the SQL editor on Supabase. Run that thing. Relation partners does not exist. What do you have?
Oh, I call it partner. Maybe like that's just the wherever you're storing the access tokens.
The access tokens for what?
Like, are you for the client accounts, or I guess you guys are hard coding them.
We have location ID, yeah, because we don't have it fully dynamic.
Sure. But so you can take out partner ID and then just hard code and add a set node in the workflow.
Okay, you'll just explain that to me in a minute, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So delete the constraint and then delete partner ID like 2 or 3 up.
Okay, gotcha. And that's it.
If you want to delete the like 2, 3 rows up, 1, 2, 3 right there, yeah.
Which one?
That one works.
I already deleted it. I think if you're watching on the live stream, Harrison, I already deleted it.
Oh, I'm watching on the live stream.
Yeah, so you're just
I'm like a few seconds behind.
Yeah. All right, I think
That's what it is.
I'll
watch the live stream. There we go.
Well, now I'm getting a, what is this table space PG underscore default? Because that's also giving me a syntax error.
It looks like just remove that parenthesis at the front.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
One more time. Nope.
And then just remove the semicolon at the back. Oh man, delete that whole thing.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, buddy. All right, so I think we do need to put that parentheses back in maybe. Let me just go backwards real quick. Yeah, that closes that. Let's delete this.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And no.
What the heck?
I'm gonna delete that. Well, I'm already running into some issues. Create table public.
Hold on, let me give a new one.
Okay, cool. Replace the human in the loop Slack step with a Supabase create node. SMS comes in, AI responds, AI reply, send SB pending SMS table.
Yeah, so instead of it being a human in the loop Slack step where it continues the workflow, it will end one workflow and then send back to the webhook and start a new workflow.
Gotcha. Okay.
We probably could make it a pause using the wait step, but this was just an easy way to do it.
Okay. Let's see. In the text AI, replace the Slack human in the loop step. This is your node, so I'm just going to copy that real quick and paste it in. Doop, doop, doop. Boom. Copy. And paste. Okay, I see. So we will go there. Let me just... And you guys are still using Twilio, right? Or are you using Cameo?
We're making it work for both. So like just right after that. So it comes in, it gets the table, it gets the row, and then it deletes that row, responds to the UI so that it refreshes, and then getting the access token. So you might like just need to put in a set node instead of that third, fourth Supabase.
Okay. I think this is actually going to take a little bit longer than I was anticipating, and I only have like 13 minutes until this evaluation call. So we're going to slight adjustment to the agenda. We'll do human in the loop. I'll take the time to go actually like work out the differences between our Supabase tables and schemas after we're done with the live stream today, and then tomorrow we'll just give you guys a recap of how we got set up. I'll even record a loom of the actual, if you want to see the technical process of us figuring this out and building it out, I'll drop a loom or a YouTube video on it later today. But if you're inside of the school community, I will drop the loom in there so you'll have first access to it, and you can see that portion if you're particularly interested in me, hacking this together. But I don't want to spend our time doing like super technical things when we have more interesting things to share and talk about. I need to upload some more leads to our Go High Level account so that I can launch another campaign. So real quick, I'm just going to run this workflow and grab some more contacts. We can upload about 500 at a time. So I'm just going to run this real quick. The reason why I do it this way is because we do have multiple people using our sub accounts to run their own campaigns, and we have a database where we store all of our leads that we give away to people inside of our partnership program. So when you're in the partner program with us, you work right alongside of us, and you get 4,000 opportunities a month. So we just drop leads in your account and it's already ready to run because you're running the same campaigns that we are. So this is a dynamic function to be able to grab leads that haven't already been assigned to a location and drop them inside of that location sub account and Go High Level. Because all of our leads are completely exclusive. When you partner with us, you get your own batch and we just run that thing for you. So you can focus on talking to business owners. If you're not super technical, that's fine. We just happen to be technical and we like it. But you don't have to be technical to be able to rock with us. So it's going to go grab 500 leads that are unassigned from, whoa, that is way more than 500. 1 second. I did not change the filter. Let me fix that. This is set to 5,000. That needs to be set to 500. Let me try that again. So run. There we go. 500. It's going to create some new contacts inside of Go High Level. And we should probably add a tag step here where it adds a tag to let us know what day did we upload these on. I want that to be a dynamic tag, but I will do that later as well. So as these are being created, it's just going to create the leads inside of Go High Level, and then I'll pop up and Go High Level and push those leads into our campaign, and you'll get to see that happening live and in person. Right on. Some updates from yesterday's conversations. I know that Sam didn't really want to, I don't want to distract too much, but we do have some exciting opportunities rolling in every day. Obviously, you guys know that this is a client acquisition system that we use, industry agnostic, right? Any industry can use this to build their clients, but we obviously focus on acquisitions and deal sourcing. And there is another very interesting prospect in the pipeline who's looking to buy companies all over the East Coast. They have a couple, like $6 billion backing them to be able to make some acquisitions. And I'm not sitting here telling you guys that we just brought on another $6 billion client, but these are the conversations that we're having. And it's just another exciting opportunity that is in the pipeline right now that Sam has uncovered with the collective by using these systems and just genuinely sharing the process on the internet, right? And I bring that up because I want to remind everybody here that if you just share your journey authentically, where you're at, and stay consistent about what you're working on, then people will literally come to you to see what you're doing if it aligns with them. And we're all about alignment. Sam, what you got?
Yeah, 100%. I just wanted to piggyback off of that because I am one of the people who was adamant about staying off of the internet and not wanting to be a part of that space. And that's why I've always strived to build something real that I felt comfortable with and that provided value outside of just having to post on the internet. And that's what you're able to do in this space if you don't want to be. Like, positioning yourself in the way that we have, if you don't want to be on the internet, you can still have success without being on the internet. But because this opportunity was so big and and being on the internet myself and just seeing what other people are posting, that's why I feel called to like bring this opportunity here, because it just was something that I couldn't let other people not know about. But like I said, I'm the last person to be here on YouTube live in front of people doing this. So that just goes to show how big the opportunity is and why I started as well.
Pretty much, just if Sam can do it, you can do it too.
That's
just just show up and share, right? And these opportunities are big enough that they can be shared, but it's not even necessarily about the size of the opportunity. It's really, we have so much alignment in this group. We are all so dedicated to the same mission, to becoming the #1 deal sourcers in America, to buying, scaling, and selling 100 AI-powered businesses, that we know we can go so much farther as a collective, as a group, rather than doing this alone, right? That it's just so much more fuel to the fire. There's 4 geniuses in this room, 5, and when you push the button together, it's just we are adding rocket fuel to the fire that's already lit. It's incredible. All right. On that note, let's keep rocking. So these leads should. Oh, Wise Guy asked, what's this part in Supabase for? Can you post the doc? Where are the leads coming from? Are these Zoom info? Yes, these leads that I have in the database, a lot of them are Zoom info, but we use a bunch of databases, right? We have Avocadata, Apollo, Seamless AI, Success AI. I mean, we've invested a bunch of money into getting leads and then also building out enrichment systems. So even when we get leads from a cheaper database, we still put money into the system to be able to make sure that they are high quality. So Zoom info is our golden standard because it already comes with about 70 to 80% contact accuracy, which means I was willing to spend that extra money. They were expensive, but it also puts us in front of multi-million-dollar business owners, so I do not mind paying a little extra scratch for it. But that gives us a benchmark for when we use cheaper databases and then build our own enrichment systems to get them up to that quality. It's all worth it in the end. It evens out. Right, so you'll see our campaign costs when I'm showing the database or the data tracking dashboard. You'll see our campaign cost is like $3,500 right now. 1,000 or 2,000 of those dollars are all just on lead costs that I already spent. Right, I bought 100,000 leads back in April. So those aren't new costs. The only new costs, the biggest new cost from running 10,000 contacts is we spent about $980 on Cameo for SMS, right? So very affordable, reaching out to 10,000 people for less than $1,000, and it's all automated in the outreach and the scheduling. That's pretty baller, pretty freaking baller. Not wasting money on ads, not wasting time on bland emails, not wasting time cold calling. And I used to sell pest control door to door. I was knocking on 200 doors a day for many, many, many months. I have cold called thousands of people. So I know the pain of going out of your way to do cold outreach and to spend your personal time building up your pipeline and doing client development. And that's why we've built the system over the last couple of years, because we know what it's like to do cold outreach. But we're also able to bring all of that experience of doing this cold outreach to an AI system that allows us to amplify our efforts by so much. So we learn the psychology, we learn the hustle of doing cold outreach, and we're just bringing that into a much more efficient and effective system. Never heard of Cameo. Is it better than Twilio?
100%. I wanted to say something about that cold outreach angle.
Hit it.
Just because I was doing the same thing. I was running a sales team, doing cold DM outreach and doing sales calls ourselves and manually. So I understand what that grind looks like on scouring pages, DMing businesses, trying to cold call for solar. Like it's a lot.
It's a grind.
Yep. So I do have this valuation prep call starting in 2.5 minutes. So I'm just going to kind of get prepped for that. We do have another question in the chat. Wise guy, Cameo is a alternative to Twilio. It's only better in the fact that it's way cheaper. So where Twilio is going to charge you 85 or 0.85 cent per outbound message and 0.85 cent per inbound message, Cameo charges 0.35 cents per outbound message, and inbound messages are free. Now, caveat to that, it's labeled as charging 0.35 cents outbound, but we actually looked at the math, and typically it's actually charging us about 0.7 to 0.9, but we're still not paying anything for inbound messages. So the whole point of this was just to save us some money. We're willing to do the extra technical stuff to make it work, to save on our expenses, because we run bulk. So right, every half a penny makes a huge difference to us. When we're launching 10,000 leads a week, I mean, we every penny counts. It's not necessary. You can still use Twilio, but I like to save my money. That is why we use Cameo. Yo. Roland. First sales job was door-to-door with Kirby Vacuum. Roland also understands the hustle of door-to-door knocking. It is not for the faint of heart, but it does make a boy into a man. I will tell you that. What's up, networker? Florian, what is up, my guy? Hey, it's good to see you here. Thanks for reaching out and having some meets with us recently. We are super looking forward to continuing this relationship with you. I'm so glad to have you here in the live stream. What is up? What is up? If y'all want to connect with Florian Rolk, he is a good guy, part of the Jack Roberts automation group and everything that they've got going on. Super value, good guys. Also, Chase Aldridge is over there too. I don't know if, I mean, he might pop in sometime. I hope he does pop in one of these days because I love Chase also. But good guys on that side too. Googled it, couldn't find it. Cameo is spelled Commio. Cameo. 12 o'clock. Time for evaluation prep call. Let's do it. Okay. I'm just going to share my face while we do that. Let me see if we're on a Google Meet or on a... Yeah, this is a Google Meet. I'm not going to expose his face or anything like that. I'll just share my face and you guys can just stare at me while I make this thing happen. Join Google Meet.
So it's
What's up?
it's Cameo. Wise guy is saying Cameo. It's Cameo.
Commio. All right, let me hit this button. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning.
Morning.
Is it Mikhail? Mikhail?
Phil. Yep.
Mikhail, it's very good to meet you. How's your day going?
Day's going okay.
Right on. And are you driving right now? Are you settled in, or do you need a minute to get to a location? Or
I'm actually when I schedule this, there's a meeting with my what's it called daughter school, so I'm actually driving, but we're fine for the call.
okay, give me just one moment. I have to close out of this other meeting. I'm kind of running back, but give me about
Sure.
45 seconds and I'll pop back in. Okay.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Harrison, you are saying can't
We
be heard.
couldn't hear his voice. If you wanted to share his voice.
I think I would like to, but I don't know how I'm going to do that without. Okay, so on the live stream, I'm just going to show you guys my face, and we will switch this over, so you should still be able to hear him. Just let me know in 1 second, and then you guys can just give me a thumbs up if you can. And if not, then you'll get to hear me talk. But at least that is at least that's valuable for somebody. All right, Mikhail, we're good. Right on. Yeah, I just had to wrap up with them, and I already told them that I was gonna hop, but I wanted to make sure to say bye and wrap that up. So I'd love to learn more about what you got going on. I know that you spoke with us. I know that you have your real estate development company, and you're looking for investment to be able to continue growing. So, I mean, I really want to know where you're at right now, how you got started, and then we can get into where you want to go and get you hooked up with the right resources. Okay. Cool.
It kind of hurt the business because we're a lot of our stuff were variable. So now we're just trying to just push forward and close out the deals that we have in place. And we have legitimately about 50 million equities. And,
Perfect. And as you've been growing, I know that it's pretty costly to continue to scale. So, in terms of investment, what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking to continue reinvesting into marketing, into hiring more people, or what are your goals over the next 12 to 24 months? Cool. So what are you looking to do with it over the next year? Okay, sweet. And you're looking to bring on partners because I know you're not looking for a full sale, but just a partial sale of portions of the company to bring on some of that reinvestment. So, are as far as who is ideal for you, is it somebody who already has real estate experience or just a capital partner? Gotcha. And how much in revenue are you doing right now? Hmm. Is that annual? Okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so looking for a capital partner, doing about 100K right now, but after you can stabilize some of the projects, looking at $1 million a month, so about 12 mil a year. What's your margin on that right now? Okay, awesome. That's not too bad. Um, All right, and the resources that would be the best for you right now. I know that we are offering complimentary evaluations. So have you had a professional evaluation done anytime in the last year or two? Cool. And is that something that would be valuable to you to know where you're at right now and where you can go? Okay, cool. Then let's get that done. So we have this valuation prep form. We've done over 200 valuations with our broker partner and over $1 billion in transactions. So this is going to be an operations report as well as a valuation based on what a buyer would pay for today. Obviously, you're not obligated to sell, but we do want to make those introductions to the buyers so you can start to have that conversation and ideally find a partner that can continue to grow with you. And I know you're in the DC area. This is just a little side note, but I'm actually just down here in Fredericksburg, like an hour south of you. Yeah, not far at all. Nope, right down the road. I'll come up and say hey real quick. I actually spend a lot of time up in Alexandria. I've got a lot of partnerships around the DC area. Cool. So we also sent over an NDA to you. I just wanted to double check if you got that, and if not, I want to get that covered first before we go any further. This is just a, yeah, I got you. And this is obviously just to protect your information. The only purpose we'll use any of this information for is for your operations report and your professional valuation, and for no other purposes. Cool. So let me just go and grab that. And this is going to feel like it's a little bit of a quiz. You're not being graded on it, I promise. So as I go through these questions, typically what I do is I'll actually send it to you so you can fill it out. I know you are driving right now, so that might be a little difficult. But what this allows is, so I don't have to collect your financials directly, and you can just upload them to the form. But if it's more convenient for you to just shoot them over to me and I can upload them for you, it's whatever you prefer. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of go over a high level of the valuation prep form now, and then we'll schedule a follow-up call just to make sure that you get it done and any questions that you have are covered. It's nothing super extensive, but if you have questions about any information that you do need to be uploading. But let me go ahead and get this NDA over to you first, and then we can talk about what is next. But boom. Okay. And please excuse me if the phone is ringing and you can hear that the office is jumping. I gotcha. Yeah, no worries. You're all good. I don't mind. I actually can't hear anything on that end anyway, so we're all right. Okay. Here we go. And don't mind me, I'm just going to kind of be a little quiet for like a minute and a half as I pull this up. NDA. Should have a template. There it is. Okie dokie. And the same email that I already have, it's Mikkel at your domain. Is that the best one to shoot it to? Mikkel, RLP Investments. Let me just see if I can grab that real quick. All right, here we go. All right, so I just sent it to you, but I'm also going to drop a link to it here in the chat for you too, so you can just click on it. You will have a copy in your email as well. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh. I wonder what's up with that. I lost your audio too. No, here, I'm going to just leave real quick and I'll pop back in and see if that fixes it. Okay, let me just pop back in. That's weird. Maybe we connected to a different audio. Yep. Okay, cool. I can also, for some reason your audio also dropped out, so, but we're good. All right, so if you just, in the chat, you can just click on that and pop it open. It's just a standard NDA. At the bottom, you'll see the spot for your name, your title, and a signature. Once you shoot that back to me, I'll also get this form to you. If you can get that. Easy enough. We do, so we have a little bit of both. This broker that's offering the valuations we've been working with for a while, he is based in the UK, but he has an international brokerage and he has a network of 1,500 buyers independently. And then I also have a network of over 1,000 strategic buyers. It really just depends on what is the best fit for you. And then we work with some private equity firms and larger registered investment firms as well. There's yeah, okay, cool. I just got that back. I saw a notification pop in. So no, we don't necessarily focus just in Virginia because we have international relationships here. So mm-hmm. No, it should take you maybe 20 minutes at most to go through it. Usually we could knock it out during this call, which is what we would have done if you were not driving. But I understand you've got a life. So what we'll do is, yeah, man, I'm not going to beat you up over it. But what we'll do is, yes. Yeah. Yeah, pop open your calendar and let me know what looks good for you later today. Oh, you're driving. You can just tell me. Sorry. We can hop on at 1 Eastern. So like 43 minutes. We can do, yeah, I'll tell you what, I can push back my 12:30 because it's an internal meeting anyways. So if you can pop back on, I just pop back on in like 13 minutes on the same link that we're on right now, and we'll get it done. All right, cool. I'll see you in about 13 minutes. Of course, bye. Yeah, I lost audio everywhere, so. Small, yes. wants to bring in a partner to be able to staff up, just put better systems in place as far as like their marketing outreach and just stabilize their portfolio. Is his words. They are a real estate development company in the DC, Maryland area. Let me switch this back over to all of our beautiful faces. Like that. And could you guys couldn't hear his audio, right?
Couldn't hear him, but we can hear you.
All right. We'll figure that out for next time because everybody can hear us here. What I think I would have needed to do is reshare the page after I pull up his, but then I was like, oh, but then everybody will see his face, but that is also okay. What I can do is
you can put, what you can do is you can just put your face up front, open his like their page, but just put yourself on top. Does that make sense?
yes.
In OBS.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can just layer the screens.
Yes,
okay, cool.
layer yourself up.
So he's just driving right now. He's going to be back on in like 12 minutes, and then you guys will get to hear the audio of the conversation because we just figured out how to do it. And then I'll still just share, or I'll just share this page with you guys' faces. But let's see what's happening. So he's talking to someone who wants to sell his business now. Are you sourcing deals for business brokers? Is what Wise Guy asked, and then that was great. So this prospect came from cold email outreach. Florian, this guy came from, this was actually a cold, we sent ringless voicemail, email, and text message, and he called back in and he actually talked to our AI assistant over the phone, and it was like a 2.5 minute conversation, and he booked with our voice agent. So not sure exactly which channel. I think he was texting us actually, because I remember seeing the text chats come in, but again, I didn't have to manage the conversation. He did it all with the AI. But from what I remember, he was texting us, and then he booked with the AI on Monday. So 2 days, or the 30th. So he booked on Tuesday with us with the voice AI, and now here we are 48 hours later doing the valuation. Yes, Wise Guy, we do source deals for business brokers. We also source deals for strategic buyers, some advisors, but also we just source deals for ourselves because we are in the position to be able to put in operating systems for these businesses to be able to, I mean, there's like 4 things that we want to make sure are happening. We're increasing cash flow. We are removing customer centralization, so diversifying their client base to make sure that if one client leaves or 2 clients leave, like some of their bigger clients during a transition, that company is not going to lose all of its value. We also put in systems and processes to make sure that it is the business is repeatable and is scalable. And we remove owner dependency so that if the business does have a full sale, the buyer's not losing the person who's actually running the business day to day. So that's what we do over 12 months. And then the last piece is on top of that is just making sure their financials look good. We do financial modeling and make sure that all of their business is buttoned up to be an asset that is worth selling. And that's how we increase the value of a business before they exit. And so when we're deal sourcing, yes, sometimes we make immediate referrals, but for certain business owners, if we find that we want to continue building that relationship, it really depends on how much interest do we have. So if we are like, yes, this owner wants to grow before they sell, yes, we see alignment with our mission and our values, we won't just work with everybody. We really want to make sure that we work with people who genuinely care about the work they're doing. So we'll make the offer to help them put systems in place to prepare their business for an exit, and then we refer them to our broker buyer network. Either way, just think about this like it's standard client acquisition. We reach out, we have something valuable to share. If that person on the other side thinks it's valuable, they hop on a call with us, and then I'm literally just here to make sure that these owners get the best resources for them for whatever it is they're trying to do. So this guy specifically is looking for a capital partner to be able to invest back into the business, and he's willing to give some of the equity of his business over to a partner to be able to scale, right? So he's looking for a partner. Yeah. we run, and just so you know, we ran these same systems to build the relationships with the buyers and the brokers in the first place. So none of this was like, oh, we already had this pre-established network. Back in April, May, and June, we reached out to over 7,000 investors, brokers, advisors, and we just made a sexy offer. We scheduled 41 appointments with investors over like 30 days, and we handpicked 6 that we really liked to work with. And that's when we did it. And then Sam and Harrison also launched the same system that we used, but with their own spin on it. And they also have brokers and buyers that they've built relationships with. Plus, we are also in other communities of strategic buyers where we've been participating and building relationships there as well. So we're always expanding our network on the buy side. And to put this into the perspective of a different industry, if you think about real estate wholesaling, right? We reach out to people who have a property to see if they want to sell their property. We might purchase the property first, or make some offer to attain a role in helping that property get sold, and then we connect that to a property buyer, and then we keep what's in the middle. Okay, that's just another example of an industry that's very similar to this that would use the same exact systems. But then you could also leverage something like this for a construction company, right? Well, usually we like to do things that are digital, but we could also do a construction company who has presence in a whole state, and then we can reach out to other businesses in that state, especially when it's like commercial real estate or commercial home services of any sort, commercial property services like a commercial flooring company. We can reach out to all the other businesses inside of that state, make an offer to the right people, schedule an appointment on the behalf of the company that we're representing, and that increases their pipeline, which means they close more deals, which means they make more money, which means they love us. Okay, cool. Met with a $7 billion fund yesterday. Yeah, shouts out Sam. Big shouts out Sam. I'm looking forward. We have that call tomorrow to take the next steps, and Sam has invited me to join him. Thank you, Sam. Love you. Bye. Okay. Groovy. So in about 5 more minutes, I'll jump in and finish that valuation prep call. But this guy specifically, he wants to get a valuation done because he's never had a professional valuation for his business. And I'm just here to give him the right resources. It's not likely something that we're going to go make our own offer for, because it doesn't seem like he needs us to necessarily grow. He just needs some capital. And we bring systems, people, resources. We're not coming out of pocket usually to help grow a business. They pay us because we add a ton of value. And we'll talk more about what our growth offer is later in these 30 days, because we actually have several of these types of opportunities that we have already picked out. I have my 3rd call with a $50 million flooring company on Tuesday, and he already knows that we're going to make an offer on that call. I'll let you guys know what happens. We don't count anything until contracts are signed and cash is collected. So you're never going to hear me saying, oh yeah, we just made $100 million, because there are people who are potentially interested and they're on the fence. Like, when they actually transact with us, then you'll hear me say, hey, we have new success. But we do have millions of dollars worth of opportunity in front of us, and it's all being developed through client acquisition. This client acquisition system that we're showing you, plus we also have some inbound traffic because our name is getting out there. Part of becoming the #1 deal sourcers in America is also building that pipeline. And somehow Florian just joined this meeting, which is cool to me. What's up, Florian? What's going on? Hey, welcome to the live stream.
Hey, I was just being cheeky and clipped out the Google Meet link and let it transcribe. So that's okay. No, but like, I love the demonstration. I just love to sit in and listen in and networking.
Sneaky.
Cool. Well, since you're here, you better have something valuable to share. So I'm gonna actually open up the floor for you to talk for a minute. Florian, what's going on in your life, and what have you seen about client acquisition, or why are you here in this live stream, and what seems so valuable to you? I want to hear your perspective, and you have about 3 minutes until I have to take back over. So let it rock.
Yes, let's go. Yes, so big picture is we have a school world tour event in Lima that is coming up in just about 30 days, where I have the opportunity to learn advertising for the platform that is the 4th largest spender on Facebook currently, which you may or may not have known. That is an opportunity that currently takes my focus away from the lead gen. When I come back on November 5th is all about that. So I'm connecting the AI agencies that can do the business process optimization that you just talked about for businesses. And then it would be great to have strategic buyers, as you said. If somebody languages the strong intent to wanting to consider selling their business at some point, right? And so I'm currently still more on the side of actually helping the AI agencies finding offers that work. We see increasingly more and more product market fit, which is very encouraging because everybody's kind of figuring out what sticks, what works. That's currently the stage now, but I would say between 6 and 12 months, I will be really ready to, help out with the deal flow in the connection between the private equity firms and the strategic buyers and the businesses who want to sell.
Cool. And when it's time to start focusing on deal flow, who are you gonna talk to?
Well, honestly, as a client fiduciary, it's going to be the person that does it the best, that knows it the best, right? So if we say, for example, there's a landscaping company and I know somebody who's very specialized in that, and they happen to be in the Detroit area, I match that to whatever is best for the client, honestly. But if you tell me you got 1,000 strategic buyers there, I'm sure there's somebody adequate for all kinds of leads that I have in your network. But I really believe that we take like just the client-centric approach as a fiduciary, it will always come back later on.
Yep.
So whatever client will refer, right?
Yeah, put the business owners first, and you will see success because you're adding a ton of value. And obviously, our morals on that are aligned. And yes, we do have buyers everywhere. So when it's time to find some buyers, let me know. Say what's up. We can hook it up. Okay, I'm going to probably hop back on this other link real quick. Does anybody else have anything to say? Harrison, Sam, Enrique? Well, you have about 40 seconds to take the floor.
I'm cooking up some cool stuff in the background. Instead of having a UI for the human in the loop, it just populates the conversation in high level instead. So that's fine.
Oh, baller. And it still has the automated approval?
It's still automated control, but it'll just pop into high level instead of having a separate app for it.
Yeah, me and Harrison were having conversations on the side. And then I'm also getting procuring another lead list for this campaign I'm launching in about 30 minutes to an hour. And we already have other leads in the lead list, so we'll do like a little variation of our spin tax due to the data points that we have.
Cool. I'm going to pop open this other meeting and see. I'll just kind of leave it there while we wait to see if he's going to join. Well, I know he's going to join, but we'll just leave that on the side for the moment. And it should be ready. This time you guys should be able to hear some audio.
Even after the NDA, though? Just playing.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Shouldn't be anything too.
No, at this point, we shouldn't be covering anything ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't really collect any sensitive information during these calls because I don't have to. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, could you give me like 5 minutes?
Cool. That's fine. I'll be here. Could you guys hear that audio? Let me know. Dang. It's working perfectly fine for this. Maybe it's because I have two Google Meets up and it can only pull the audio from one. I don't know. This is the first time live streaming, so we'll figure it out. Let's do. We are on the SOP on the live. I don't know what that means in the chat, but that's all good. I'm gonna let you guys share your screen. I'll probably just wrap up this valuation prep call, but I will share my screen with you guys now real quick to just show you what the valuation form looks like, so you can see a little bit. It just it just completely kicked me out for some reason. It was not happy about me trying to share this. Somebody's trying to stop us. Wise guys. No, I only have the meat on one. Well, I'm seeing that other people could hear him, so I think we're gonna be okay. But I'm still gonna just go knock this out because actually Sam did bring up a good point. NDA has been signed at this moment, so I'm just gonna put in some BS information here real quick just to show you guys the form. I gotta put in. Okay, so the valuation prep form is really super straightforward. Does the business owner know what the value of their business is? Do they own or rent wherever their business is located? Will they find it difficult to leave the business when the time comes? Does the business run sufficiently without them? Are they confident that if they leave, the staff will stay? Can they rely on their team to make decisions? So I'm not going to read every single one of these off for you. But the point is, does your business run without you? How well do you have your business documented? How often do you work in the business? And is your team going to stay or your clients going to stay? How are you managing your client relationships? Do you have a CRM? How is your team reporting to you? Is your revenue repeatable, right? A lot of these things that buyers or brokers just want to see to make sure that you have an asset that when it changes hands, it's going to keep making money. And then we're collecting the last 2 years of accounts, so P&Ls, last 6 months of bank statements, any list of debtors, creditors, so people who you owe money or owe money to, any other management information, any assets that you have in the business, any funding that you've already raised, bank loans, mortgages, etc. If you got COVID support, and then any additional information. They then take this, they go do their professional valuation, they get it back to the owner within 48 to 72 hours, and the owner gets to decide, okay, do they want to list, and what is their valuation right now? So the broker already has buyers that pretty much have said, hey, whatever you value this business at, we're willing to buy it for. That relationship has already been established. So once the business is listed, that's pretty much the price they're going to close at. And it takes 4 to 6 months to close. Because again, this broker already has the buyers. There's not a bunch of time wasted looking for buyers. Boom. Sir. I was sharing my face. My bad.
Your face.
Bad. Okay. I'll do it one more time, but you guys just heard the whole explanation. Nothing super crazy once again. Oh no, please don't submit that. It's empty. Don't do that. Oh, darn. Well, I just submitted another empty form, which is a pain for the broker. I hit the wrong button. He's going to text me later and say, hey, I got an empty form. I'm going to say, yep, sorry. So just a quiz for the business owner, a bunch of questions that I just covered for you. It's literally like sliders and arrays to click on, and then file drops to drop accounts, bank statements, etc. Nothing difficult. Okay? That is all. So I'm actually going to mute myself and let you guys take over. So I think I can mute myself on stream, and yeah, you guys should be able to lead the thing. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'll leave the audio on for the meet here, and I'll just go finish up this call.
All right,
cool.
Sounds good. Cool. I really want to talk to Florian a little bit more. Do you want to explain a little bit more about what it is that you do? I was in and out there for a second.
Yes, definitely. So in a nutshell, I first and foremost act as a coach for AI agencies. That means we clarify positioning up until product market fit. I help them with their schedule, right? So that they focus on the activities that drive the revenue. And then I select a few of those agencies to work with more for strategic introductions. That means I get compensated, not mainly through the coaching that I do, but through the commissions of the projects that I deliver. And
you're a matchmaker.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
So
I'm very
yeah,
opinionated when it comes to AI agency and AI agency model. Especially with the productization of a lot of AI agency tools and whatnot, where a lot of people are like third-party hosting and other applications. Can you explain that to me, kind of like what you see?
I think you're bringing up an excellent point, because what I've been seeing is the AI agencies that are successful are, number one, they've had success making money online in the past, and they are most often than not built existing and successful digital agencies. So any agency that has been doing SEO in the past, or PPC, or Google, or building CRMs, right, integrations, Salesforce consultants, whatever it might be. Usually what I see by speaking to all of these agencies, the ones that are successful are the ones that are just utilizing AI and layering that on top of already proven and tested digital services. So yeah, you're completely right on that. So basically what that also means, it's not necessarily the AI offer, although voice agents, for example, is one pure AI offer that is working. On top of that, what we've seen currently as product market fit is knowledge bases that works in recruiting, it works in contact, it works in customer support, it works in training, right? SEO, AIO, right? Just geo, so that you show up in Claude and ChatGPT in the LLMs. That's a huge use case. We've seen a lot of people have success with that. And on top of that, the digital services are still working. PPC, still business.
Who's yeah. More so just like on a marketing front is kind of like what I'm hearing from you, like from AI agencies. But I'm still curious. So on a project basis, so you're bringing these people in on a project basis. You say voice agents is a hot service right now that has like a really clear product market fit. But like, for example, like the other day I saw a tweet that is like, I saved the real estate agency $38,000 for implementing a voice AI agent. You know what I mean? And what would you say is the typical compensation when somebody is getting like a voice AI agent like contract or whatnot?
Yes, that really depends. First of all, real estate agents, they oftentimes don't make as much money as we think. So you really within this industry want to target the ones that do, because most don't. So
100%, 100%. But like, what have you been seeing is like the compensation for some of these contracts for these AI agencies?
And that's exactly what we're figuring out. What is just really where a playbook seems to be emerging around the value-based pricing. So I had a conversation this Monday with somebody who walked me through. So he closed the Chamber of Commerce in San Diego on a website built with SEO and a voice agent. So he's got that contract, and what he walked me through was a substantiation of a trailer park company, for example. So they buy single and double trailer park homes. And they were basically just running the numbers on the leads of like, okay, that's what a lead is worth to you. Okay, what's the current source of your leads? Okay, and how many of those are actually converting? Okay, interesting. So that actually means you're only converting 2% of the lowest hanging fruit, the warmest leads. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay, so 98% falls through the cracks. Is that correct? Okay, so if we implemented that, if we start with a list activation, and so we send an email campaign to your existing list that really activate those, and then we make sure we follow up with them speed to lead, and then have an email campaign afterwards. We can get this lift here and that change here and that here with an after-hour receptionist and a weekend receptionist. That's what we can do. So that's how we substantiate that.
Right, right. So it's reverse. So it's based upon the value of their own business, and still is on a managed service provider or on a project basis where they're only getting paid for whatever they do in that moment. So it's potentially like a setup plus retainer model, but the retainer model is far less than what the setup fee is. So like, for example, like $5,000 setup and then like a $497 a month retainer. Is that kind of like standard of what you're like seeing? Or something
really
similar.
It really depends.
I know it depends. I know it depends. Yeah. Listen, I've been in the space. I know what it looks like to like sell that. So I'm just really trying to understand where the mindset is for like a commoditized AI agency model in today's day and age. Like, for example, you also said that when I don't, and I don't want this to be like feel like combative or whatnot, but
No.
I'm just interested. I'm interested here in the consultative approach of these AI agencies, where they come in and they sell a product or service that creates massive value, because you just how you're explaining it, like what they're going to do for the business is going to completely transform it. But they're getting paid a fraction of that price. But like you said, a lot of real estate agents don't make a lot of money. So why is the notion of everybody in today's market trying to sell to the broke
It's
market?
it's probably yet a lack of experience. So that's exactly why I see the differentiation in terms of messaging towards the beginners, which is what Liam Otley has pioneered and really done well with. Like here's how you make your first dollar using AI. Here's how we install this chatbot. Here's what we can teach you. And why this market is absolutely viable, I think there's also another option available to the community owners, which is speaking to actually the business owners. Because as I said before, not only are the AI agencies who are seeing the most success already successful digital agencies that just layer the AI component on top of that.
So
but it's also that what we see, that the people who get a lot of value from AI implementation through these communities are existing business owners, right? And so why are a lot of people targeting that? Because of lack of understanding, lack of depth.
100%, 100%. And like you said, digital agencies that already have a pre-existing client base, like I'm really good at running ads, and now I'm going to layer on a voice AI agent after I run your ads to convert your clients.
Yes.
But even then, that I feel like is lacking in itself, in my opinion. And I want to get your opinion on this as well, because like at the end of the day, like we work with AI, but I wouldn't consider us an AI agency.
Mhm.
And whenever we step into a business, although I may be implementing some AI solutions, I'm not considering myself an AI agency or a commoditized source, because I plan on partnering with that business owner and completely transforming the way that it operates, and from a revenue operations perspective as well. So instead of saying I'm selling you an AI agent, a voice agent, to take away your receptionist or whatnot and save you money, I'm going to layer in revenue optimization, internal processes. And first, we start with revenue optimization, because how am I going to get your attention unless I'm going to make you more money? But from making you more money, I want systems in your business to break. And now that allows me to step internally. And then from there, we look at what your organizational structure looks like now to button it up, to be attractive to strategic buyers and private equity. And then after that, we're going to make the entire process, we're going to make your financials, reporting, and everything look clear. So at the end of the day, if I'm able to take a company that is operating at 1 million EBITDA and then transform that company to, in 12 to 18 months, to doing 3 million EBITDA, which to sell a $5,000 AI voice agent with how much friction that causes, and I get $5,000 for that. But in the end of the day, that voice AI agent is going to be the driving force to getting that company to 3 million EBITDA, along with all the other processes that I do for that company. Why wouldn't I position myself to get a retainer and then participate in equity from the value that I created over a long period of time? So that is the exact thinking that I feel like we are trying to also change within the marketplace. You aren't an AI consultant. You aren't just an AI agency. You are essentially a chief growth officer, a fractional chief growth officer for a business. And whenever you're able to position yourself in that way towards business owners, you're now able to create a much larger value gap. And you're also able to reach out to more valuable business owners, because that's in the way that they think. And that's why we're having conversations with these business owners that are worth millions or even billions sometimes, and our value statement is converting. because we're not coming from, I'm an AI agency, which is tough in today's market, I believe, because that is the marketing lingo that gets people's attention, and then they're able to just like fall into this loophole. But I think once people change that perception and change the way that they position themselves, that's where they'll find true value. Because like at the end of the day, nobody's working to work the rest of their lives. At some point, they're either going to retire or they're going to sell. And we want more people to be educated on how to sell their business while also creating massive value on the front end so these business owners can exit and live the life that they want to afterwards. I don't know. I'm very curious on your thought processes on why you're also positioning yourself as an AI agency consultant and keeping them in their same lane rather than trying to also source contracts for these AI agencies or chief growth officers and sourcing them higher value contracts, even for yourself. I'm curious, what is your thoughts on that?
So first of all, I really think you got it right with that positioning. That was the point that I was making with it depends, because usually with voice AI at implementations, there are lots of edge cases that need to be covered.
That was just an example. That was just an example. We have multi-channel contextual memory AI agents. Voice AI is just one component. So
and that was the point that I was making. Like a business that is large enough can justify the investment, and that's what it depends on, right?
Not even. Because if I'm a beginner AI agency and I reach out to a business owner that may be just doing 6 figures in a year right now, I would want, instead of trying to sell this business owner a $5,000 system, $10,000 system that causes a bunch of friction, I would say, hey, I really like your business and I feel aligned with it. And I believe that you can take this to where your vision wants to go. How about this? You pay me $3,000 a month. In the next 3 months, let's reach this milestone. Give me X% of equity on me reaching this milestone. And then from that, I get a raise in my fees. Now the next quarter, same thing, all the way until we reach that desired positioning. So now I'm a true partner in that business. So it doesn't really matter on experience or how much that business is worth, because there's always a deal to be made. It's just all about positioning and saying, I'm going to comprehensively transform everything that you're doing. What do you think about that?
I definitely think that this is the bigger thinking approach to an AI agency, and we are seeing more and more agencies having the confidence to do that, and also, but it also starts with the niche positioning, with a narrow focus.
I think AI agency made it easy for people to start calling themselves consultants without trying to understand other aspects of a business, but they're also becoming a consultant because they're having to learn all the other aspects of a business, but still trying to label themselves under AI agency. Yes, you can be tech enabled, but at some point that when that bubble bursts and everybody productizes every single offer that can be made within AI, what are they going to do? Now they're just going to turn into generic consultants that are integrating AI into people's businesses that are already products that are made, and the margins will thin entirely. So is what you're saying here essentially is an education gap in being able to get business sense, financial literacy, along with AI literacy to package that up and bring more value to a business and create better offers. Is that kind of what you were saying?
What I'm learning to clarify from my own positioning, and as I said, we're all figuring this out together. It's really a development process as we see the market awareness rise, and as we're going more into mass market adoption. That most people that I have the best success with referring to are existing digital agencies with a core offer. Right? I spoke to somebody yesterday who's been doing websites for 21 years, and he really specialized in restoring hacked healthcare websites. Right? So he has a lot of hospitals on retainer in the United States as well as in Australia. And I'm like, okay, that's a great referral partner for me. right? And now he does a little bit of voice AI as well as he utilizes automations in generating the SEO content for the website. But these are more the people that I selected, because you're right. You're absolutely right. It's tough to position yourself as an AI agency when that is the way that you language that. I was just languaging that, generally speaking, when I talk about what I do, but you're absolutely right that I should find a more accurate term for that, because it's not the AI agency necessarily that becomes successful, in my opinion, but it is people with existing digital services that just layer AI on top of it.
100%. 100%. I'm even seeing it from the angle of removing, well, not removing digital services, but becoming a full stack service model from a business perspective in general. Like cleaning up every aspect. But that is very interesting. I know we, Trajan, are you back from that call yet?
Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm back.
How did it go?
It's easy. I mean, stuff is not hard. Yeah, it's good. He just got back to his house. He needs to get with his accountant to collect the information that we need. But he's like, he has a meeting at 1 o'clock, which is now, and right after that, he is going to get with his accountant to get their P&Ls and the stuff that he needs to submit, and he's going to get that submitted today. We're going to follow up on Monday or Tuesday after he gets his operations report and his valuation back, and I'll work out with this broker if it's a better fit for him to go find a strategic partner, but also I'm going to go look into our network, because it's real estate, which is super sexy to a lot of people. A lot of investors love investing in real estate, so it's going to be a pretty easy play. Also, he's in a great location. He's in the DC area, which is also, super, super sexy. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing else to say other than it was an easy call. He's a really nice guy, and I think he's going to get exactly what he needs. He's looking to raise about $5 million, and that's good. He's in the position to be able to build up to the point where they're doing about 12 million in revenue. So I don't think it's going to be very difficult for him to have the success he needs. There's not really anything he needs as far as operational support, so there's not room for us, and that's perfectly fine because I'm not just looking to hop into everything.
That goes to the other angle of what is possible with AI, and kind of goes back to the conversation I had with Florian, where I just realized this is not only leveraging AI in business sense, but to use AI in a high leverage position. Right there, we just had a conversation to raise $5 million. That's capital advisory. And if you're able to leverage AI to be a capital advisor, or just even whatever, now that is a completely different echelon when it comes to selling a voice AI agent to a plumber, or even to Chamber of Commerce, or any of those people who need a website. And that's a completely different positioning as well. Do I need to be on Instagram for that? I don't.
No.
At all.
And I think you guys have known this from day one, anybody who's been rocking with me for the last 2 years. I have never been the, let me try to sell a $250 chat bot or do a little website thing. From day one, I was positioned as the agency helping agencies, because at the time, before I knew about the leverage we had in acquisitions, I knew that distribution was going to be able to flourish the most if I had distribution partners, which is why I decided to work with other AI agencies to get them up and rolling so that we could all move forward as a collective. So I've always been about pushing the ball forward as a team, and it's because I saw the most leverage there, right? Instead of me going out and working with 5 plumbers, how would I work with 5 agencies who are each working with 5 of their own businesses, and now I am working with 30 businesses, including my 5 agencies plus their 25 under them. And
hold up, you're kind of explaining the MLM. I'm just playing.
Let's be real about it. Like, I'm more than happy to be very frank. And the funny thing is like, yes, people have asked me and said, hey, like, isn't that like a multi-level marketing. I'm like, yeah. And those guys have a reason for doing MLMs. There's a reason Avon has blown up and become one of the number one beauty brands in the world. There's a reason why you see all of these pest control companies or solar companies that do door-to-door knocking, because you have more leverage when you have more people, and that value just stacks.
That's just business. That's just
This is the
business.
best way to do it.
If you look at a hierarchy or chart in
Same
a
thing.
company,
Everything.
it's so crazy. Capitalism.
Yeah, that's capitalism. So fortunately, it's like we have morals and we have a conscience. So it's like we could let people who don't give a fuck continue to be the ones who run, these business empires, or we can build an empire ourselves that's actually empowering people to have the autonomy and the empowerment to take care of themselves, take care of their families, take care of their communities. And that is why we are buying, scaling, and selling 100 AI-powered businesses, so we can fund regenerative communities worldwide, where we have information exchanges, resource exchanges. You have a property over here that you're not using and you need marketing for your business. Okay, well, let's put a marketer in that house because they need somewhere to live and they've spent the last 2 years building these incredible skills. Okay, you're not sure if your government is going to protect you in the way that you would like, and you might need to change countries for whatever reason. Okay, well, we have property over in this other country that's going to welcome you in, and all you have to do is come provide some of your resources and skills as well. You want to live sustainably and do your own permaculture and your own farming and land tending, but you don't have necessarily the best stream of income. Okay, well, great. Somebody needs to have you here to help manage their property and bring that energy and that genuine care for the land. But also we can build robots and hang out with put solar systems and AI that helps to automate the checking of your soil levels, so you know what to put back into the soil. So right, it's like a blend. I don't know if you guys know about solar punk, but there's pretty much two futures that are possible here. We have the cyberpunk future, where it's super dystopian. We've got robots and cyborgs and holograms and a bunch of stuff, and I think all of that is cool. You have people getting lost in virtual reality, and that is a possibility. But on the alternative, we have solar punk, which is, okay, all of this tech, but do it sustainably, right? Still continue to make sure that the land flourishes. We're not just in this like dystopian mega city, but we have the capacity to really let this technology help us become better people, care about the earth. We are all connected beyond just like us as people, but the wind, the sun, the trees, the birds, us as people, this technology, it all comes from the same source, and we're going to keep rocking with it. Sam, are you asking if I'm pro-nuclear? Like nuclear energy, or like nuclear bombs?
I'm just asking. Yes. Yes. Nuclear research. Nuclear.
Sustainable energy, 100%. So nuclear is definitely cool. I don't think there's any reason why we wouldn't do it. Right. I'm not trying to pollute the earth, but I know that there's a capacity to have energy. Exists everywhere. Energy is an infinite resource. It cannot be created nor destroyed. So if we can harness that power, which we 100% can, then yeah, let's harness it. So it's like I've never been of the scarcity mindset. I know that everything we need is always around us. The relationships that we need are always around us. The love that we need in our lives is always around us, right? So I just want to help people open up to receiving that love in themselves, and it starts by just showing up authentically as yourself, unapologetically as yourself, being willing to share value, genuine care, and then that allows you to receive more of that. So as you put out into the world, you're going to get back tenfold. That just is what it is. So that's also, again, why we're here sharing so much value with the world, because the more that we can give, the more that we can receive, so we can give even more, so we can receive even more. And now we have billions of people on this movement. This is more than AI. This is more than business, right? This is genuinely impacting the way that we live our lives over the next 20 to 25 years. And I'm planning for 2040, right? I'm not planning for 2026. I'm planning for 15 years out. And I know that we as a collective are the ones that are changing the world. And it's for the better. right? Either way, we're gonna be alright. Whether we do go cyberpunk or solar punk, we're still gonna be loved and protected. But I know we have the capacity to choose for ourselves. So let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Okay. We've got like another 28
Bro,
minutes.
stop the inspirational though.
Yeah, stop.
You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, let me just shut up. This isn't you know, who's some inspiration. I'm not Tony Robbins, right? I'm not here to just
No, but that
hype
was
you up.
real. That was great. Do you have some editors on staff who can clip that recording and post it somewhere? That was legitimately good.
If you were here,
If you put that on some shorts on LinkedIn, I'm sure that would really increase the brand.
yeah,
That
if you
was
if
real
you were
good. That's really good.
if you were here earlier, Enrique is the lead on getting that out there. We have 100 million.
100 million subscribers.
We have a goal. We're gonna reach the 100 million followers mark in the next years. Like the entire collective. So yeah.
I've had so many conversations over the last weeks with people who were, I don't know, they were not that great on camera when they just turn on the camera and try to make content, but when it comes out naturally on a call like that, it's just really good content. So clipping that and publishing that, why not?
Yeah, brother, hop on to any of these live streams. This is like literally what we're talking about day to day. It comes out naturally because this is literally what we're always talking about. We do not lose focus on the mission. We do not lose the core of why this all matters. Like, I started this company with that in mind before even getting into AI. I don't know if, well, most of you guys might know this, and I don't know if you do or not, but I actually traveled the country learning how to build houses out of sustainable resources like clay, straw bale, adobe, because it's always been about being able to return to some of our traditional roots and make sure that we're caring for the entire ecosystem around us. It's just more fun to do it with more people. Like, realistically, I'm not gonna act like I'm the just sweetest, kindest person who's doing this all like selflessly. Like, no, it's very selfish. I don't want to be the only one excited about being alive. I don't want to be the only one who's just like, all I have for the whole world is love, and very, very unconditional. Like, I know there's some stuff that's happening that, I mean, there are atrocities all around the world, but I still love people on any side. Wherever you're at, I'm gonna love you, because hate's not gonna fix hate, right? Fear is not going to fix fear, but just pouring as much love as possible into everything that we do is what inspires people. And it's more than just talking about it, but it's actually living like it. And that's all I know how to do. And that just is what attracts the dope people. That's why we're all here. It's just because, like, it's that love is a magnet, right? Like, when other people have that love for themselves and have love for their brothers and their sisters, it's like you just are attracted to the rest of the people who resonate on that same frequency. So we also go deep into like consciousness and what is reality and how does yeah, I mean, we get in it. Have you ever done a human design before, Florian? Human design, or checked out your birth chart or anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
100%.
That's us, right?
Harrison, you may not know this. Oh, well, no, Trajan, you may not know this, but I remember we talked about it. That was one reasons why we aligned so much, was because I founded my nonprofit in 2020 and had those like philanthropic goals. But then also on the other end, me and Harrison, when we connected, he's had a very expansive past in doing philanthropy and traveling the world. I don't know, Harrison, if you felt comfortable even sharing that. What you did.
Well, I 10 years ago, like 12 years ago, I went to Ghana in West Africa. I did a lot of stuff there, met a lot of people, and I've actually gone back to Ghana every year for the past 12 years.
Wow.
So out of the past 12 years, I've lived in Ghana for like 48 months. It's like 4 years. And so I started a nonprofit there, and I actually have 4 profits there as well, because as I was doing the nonprofit, it's so hard to like inspire people. And sometimes the best way to inspire people to solve their own problems is to just like help them with businesses that they want to solve, that they already are trying to build. So now I've worked with people in Ghana to help build their businesses. And so I'm working with a guy who was a hotel manager for 4 or 5 years. And so I partnered with him to build a hotel. So we have a hotel in Ghana now. And we're using the profits from that to fund other projects that create more jobs, that help more communities. And so
That's sick.
that's what I'm here for. I'm just here to try to like raise money to do more projects in Africa. That's the goal.
That's sick.
And so I'm going there in a few months, probably in January. If any of you want to come.
Yeah, we have obviously very, very similar projects and aspirations here in Peru because, yeah, having lived here now for like 6 years, I really know how, if it's well allocated, $1,000 can go a long way. And $1,000 is even not that much for us, but we can make a lot with it. So if we just multiply that by whatever number, we can really make a lot of things happen. And so, yeah, talking about what Trajan said about building with clay, building with natural materials, and just helping the basics. You know, nutrition is so poor here. I don't know if any of you guys have had like connection with like Latin culture. It's horrible. We can grow all these foods here all around, and people eat so poorly, and they don't need to. It's just like, it's not even culture, it's lack of culture. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I'm just saying we can do a lot more, and it's just a matter of helping, making it possible. Like vegetable exchanges can be as simple as that. Like, this can be organized with so little resource, just with leadership and communication. And for that, everything that we can do with WhatsApp automations, with voice automations. I know that one of the community members, Mark, I forget his name. He is like Mark Tomlet, exactly. He's built like a suicide prevention chatbot in Spanish. And we've seen like with the recent school world tour, like they had an event in Kelowna in Canada where they got Dan Martel, because Dan Martel happens to be from Kelowna, from that town. So he came there and they made a whole charity event out of that, and they raised, I think, $175,000, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
For charity through this school world event. And so it seems to be so colorful and so childish, but like school is becoming a significant platform, and I get to be in there early and grow with that. And so, yeah, that event that we're going to have here in Peru, we're going to look that next year when they come back with the world tour, we're going to lean much more into charity events, because that
Peru is in South America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I have some things going on in Argentina.
Yeah.
That I may want to connect with you about, or just like pass you on the contacts. But they're doing some big things with their startup. But they're also talking to some big people. So I don't know, like it's more like the logistics, finance, banking in Argentina, and also in property management as well. But they're productizing it, like they're creating platforms. So that's another cool thing. But yeah, Trajan.
Sir.
Are we launching?
Yeah. You gonna do it right now?
Yeah, well, no, I'm building my list. I was just curious about on your guys' end.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have leads being added to
Yeah.
the Supabase database right now, and then I've already added another 500 in Go High Level. So small list, but I'm about to drop some more.
Yeah, me too. So
Check
I'm building
this
out
out.
a list right now.
So here's the text. It's being populated by the AI.
How are you getting it to just auto drop in there with?
Boom. So it's just like,
Can you tell me how?
Yeah, I put in a maybe that one doesn't have one. So I've been working on this
Yeah.
long JavaScript code, and so when you are looking at the console, you can see like it's processing, it's looking in the database for a response, and then populating it in that section.
Oh, that's baller. That's what I'm talking about.
That's pretty cool. This wasn't the most important thing to be working on, but it is pretty fun. It's showing up down there for some reason, but yeah.
I got a question.
Guys.
When it comes to, well, no, never mind. That doesn't. I think we talked about that earlier too.
Is that gonna populate also in the Go High Level app?
Probably not in the app because this is just like server side. This is just page side. So yeah, not in the app, but it would just be desktop.
We do most of our chats over the app just because like literally
Yeah.
while we're out about with our lives, like I manage all of these campaigns from my phone. Like I don't have to open up even my laptop to be able to book these meetings, which is what I usually like. Thanks, Paul.
This is for Dex. Dex, I know you're on the computer, right? Answering stuff.
Oh, yep, 100%.
Paul, thank you for
that is what I do.
Your kind words. Nice. I don't know if you guys are in the chat, but Paul says your vision is clear and transparent. Keep going. The world is overwhelmed and you are helping them. Do not be distracted. Your insight is real truth. The spirit directs. And that just hits me in the soul. So
I feel it.
Thanks.
Shout out
Thank
Paul.
you, Paul.
Huge shout out to Paul.
Shout out to you.
Dude, thank you.
I mean, that's the new transitioning, though. That's the new paradigm.
Yeah.
Where the world is changing right now. We can see it in the stars also, but yeah.
Y'all might not know this, or maybe you do if you hang out enough. Enrique is like a real deal astrologer.
Whoa.
Like in his family line, like it's like that. I tell him this all the time, but he can see a person in the stars. So if you ever share your birth date, time, and location, Enrique will literally know who you are, like to the core. It's dope. We usually do readings like once every month or so at least. Very intentional. We're just very, very intentional about everything that we do, and that's.
I mean, we do the boot camps only on like full moons.
Yeah, every time we do a boot camp, it's on a full moon because that's when you harvest, right? You sow the seeds during the new moon, you harvest during the full moon, and that's when people are. Not everybody needs to be consciously aware of these patterns, but people are more willing to invest in themselves during the full moon because they've typically been already sowing the seeds throughout the weeks prior. Now it's time to make that big transition for themselves. Same thing. We did a in person. We got together in person. Me and Enrique and Mehik when she was still with us, and we did. That's when we launched our first boot camp. It was during. We just were very intentional about the day. It was a great day for technology, a great day for connecting, a great day for global expansion, and that launched our whole initiative for doing like the 3-day boot camps and stuff. So we check in with as many resources as we can, right? We get expertise from people who have done this for many years, right? From the business side, we have mentors that are 50, 60. They've been running tech companies for 30 plus years. We have obviously this collective, but we also have the stars guiding us. We also have a great relationship with Source and ourselves. It's intentional, right? There is a God that loves us deeply, and all of this is connected. None of this is a separate experience. So we're just going to keep pushing that ball forward to make sure that we can all come out on top together. So when I'm in the private jet flying over all of the country, I'm going to just keep sending love down to everybody around. And it's no fun to be on the private jet alone, so come hang out. I was just in the I'll stop. I'll stop for now. But the point is this is happening everywhere in random motorcycle mechanic shops. Like people are having these conversations about how connected we are and how loved we are. And even in like if you watch the news, you might not hear that on the news, but if you go talk to people just out on the street, anywhere you go, and you just get a little curious and start a conversation, like you'll see that there's real love out here. Yeah. I'm gonna launch a campaign now though.
Yeah, I just booked another meeting with a $2 million IT firm, MSP provider.
I like that.
That's it.
I like that. How many text messages did it take?
Less than 1,000.
No, sorry, I meant like how many messages with that IT firm?
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Two. Yeah.
But that's only two. Like, cause like as soon as I sent my message, he said, yeah, I want to meet because he wants to know either he wants to know how much his business is worth and whether he wants to exit right now or he needs to grow it and get some capital to grow it. So he said it's worth a conversation. He's very interested.
Easy.
Send him over the information of the company and we're moving forward.
So when you make the right offer to the right people,
we have a partner who's already trying to take IT firms public on the London Stock Exchange, and they're very open and willing to offer us equity whenever we give them those companies and to help be the post-acquisition integrator for those companies too. So
high leverage AI, baby. I like that. Yeah. Okay, let's I'm gonna share my screen and do a little launch here.
When the offer it resonates, people will answer. That's what we're learning.
Oh, what he said was that 10 million might take it to 12 million. Right now, he's currently getting offered 12 to 14 times EBITDA. So,
whoa, that's crazy stat.
The right buyer is most likely someone who wants to enter the game and build. So yeah, that kind of does fit the exact criteria.
That's awesome.
Okay, contacts. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna share I think I'm already sharing, but I have a new batch of leads that I just dropped in. I'm just gonna filter real quick. Filter tags.
I'm just throw something in there that could be something potentially. So I've two clients of mine. They're currently at Vapicon in San Francisco, and so we've been making a lot of effort before and will do after to connect with all of the speakers. So these are the up and coming, mostly recently funded AI voice startups. If any of you guys want to take a look through the list of who has been there and want to connect with any one of them, I'm sure I can facilitate an introduction at some point if that's relevant.
This is Vapicon?
Yes.
Wow. They're already having conventions.
Yeah, I saw their marketing stuff for it. Shouts out Jordan and them. I was like I was like one of the first, actually I was literally the first agency, like AI agency user of Vappy, and I was talking to their founders like very early days, and I was like, hey, why don't you guys like distribute this through like an agency model, like go empower agencies who are going to take this to business owners. And at first Jordan was like, no, we're a tech company, we do this, that, we're not trying to do all that. And then literally like 3 days later he was like, oh, I think you're onto something. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I have 20 agencies that already work with me, and we are already launching like large scale campaigns all over the United States. This is in December of 2023. And this was before they had the Discord, before they had like the help channel. If you go on the Vappy, you'll see like in their help resources, like literally one of the first videos up in their help resources is me just like, this is how you connect Go High Level in Vappy. Here you go.
Okay.
And it's not so much only Vappy, but the other companies that attend. So they have DeepDram there, they have Human AI. So if anybody, feels an inclination towards any of those, sure, we can make something.
They've got it's the orchestration. They have the guys, what are they called? Can't remember. Anyways, yeah, I know they have a lot of people in the just voice tech space as a whole that are all coming together to share resources. So it's this collective shift. Enrique said it's a paradigm shift of like, this isn't about being individuals anymore. Really, like the people who are going to provide the most value are the ones who join as a collective. But here, real quick, just so you guys see, I only have 500 here. I have another 14,000 that are getting dropped into the database that I'll then create contacts here. But I have 500 that are already ready. So I just want to show you guys how easy it is to launch a new campaign. It's literally add a tag that says AI, what is this, start. The tag is start, or tag, start, I cannot type. Start AI outreach. Add that tag. Boom. Also, I think I have the automation paused. So
Are we adding the tags or are we adding them straight to the workflow?
You're right. I have been adding them straight to the workflow. Let me unpause this real quick and try that again. So, we actually already have 1,200 that are sitting in the hopper, and the people who are already in the workflow, we have 1,700 waiting for day 2 text, 9,300 or 930 waiting for day 3 text. We have another like 1,300 that already got all their outreach. So we have about 4,000 people already active, and we're just dropping another 500 on top of it. Good call though, Enrique. I think I should just add them. I don't need to select. I need to filter. Created. I also forgot to add the create a smart list, because usually we try to be good about organizing when did we drop the last leads in. So created less than 1 day ago. I should have my list of 500 again. Easy. Select. I am going to create a new smart list real quick. What is today? It's 10/2. And they all can get added straight to the automation if I click this button. The reason why we're adding them straight to the automation instead of using the tag is sometimes Go High Level gets overwhelmed adding tags, and it adds like 490 out of the 500. So I just want to make sure we get them all. This is back on. So after we're done with the live stream today, probably in an hour or so, because I want to get some food, but we are going to go add that human in the loop step. We will keep you guys updated, but what you got to see during today's live stream was we did take a pretty big detour talking about some of the spiritual stuff, and also just what is
the
AI agency.
That's behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes.
Easy little questioning the whole point of your existence, but no big deal, casual. But today we have covered the meaning of life. We have also got to share a valuation prep call live. I know that you guys probably only heard my voice during it, but at least you heard half of the conversation. The other half was him just sharing his story, what are his goals, confirming that he was willing to sign the NDA. He signed the NDA during the call, and then just collecting his financial information and just letting him know what we're going to need. I also sent him the form. So he confirmed that he's going to go talk to his CPA and get it back to us. He's really excited and genuinely grateful. Like, the reason why we can shamelessly reach out to thousands of people is because we're actually providing value to them. And when you offer somebody gold, like, you should do it with a smile on your face. Right? There's no reason to be all like, oh, well, I don't know if I should do that. No, we're literally giving people the opportunity to get exactly what they want, which is more investment in their business or the opportunity to retire and enjoy their lives. Like, there is nothing more valuable than being able to have the resources you need to actualize your vision for yourself. And we are the ones who are connecting this to make it happen. So I will never have shame in providing as much value as possible to the world. And we will be reaching out to 18 million business owners over the next 3 years. Right? There's 18 million owners that are over the age of 65 that don't have the money to retire right now, and we need to be able to put this offer in front of them so that they can actually enjoy their lives before they die with nothing. And that is really the stakes that we're playing with. This isn't just like, oh, it's fun and I want to make some money. No, like, genuinely, this is people's lives on the line. And even just to take this a step further, whether you're helping people buy and sell businesses or not, or you're helping grow a business to exit, the value that you can show up and provide today is gold as well. If it doesn't matter what the technical system is that you're offering, when you're creating an offer, make sure that it actually resonates at a deep level where it motivates you to get up even when you have no motivation. Like, you're on the worst days, on the days where you're exhausted, on the days where you only slept for 3 or 4 hours, on the days where you're feeling like shit, when you truly see the roadmap ahead of you and you genuinely care about the owners you're working with and you know that you have gold to offer them, you're going to keep getting up and you're going to keep offering that gold. Okay, so I don't care if you're building just a voice assistant or doing customer support or you're helping an owner save time or whatever your offer is. Hopefully it sounds sexy to an owner, right? That's how they're actually going to convert. But whatever you're doing, just do it with genuine care, do it with genuine curiosity, and do it with consistency, because you will be rewarded for providing value to the world. Okay, so do it, and do it with a smile on your
Do it.
face. Okay, just do it. Little Shia LaBeouf moment, you know. Shouts out. Okay, let's wrap this thing up. If you guys have any outros, the big things that we're going to focus on for the rest of the day is I'm going to get my human in the loop stuff set up. I'm also I got some financials back from this direct mail company the other day. They're doing about 24 million in revenue, and I need to go start to review the financials to see if I want to make a growth offer. I've already had 2 conversations with him. He's interested. Now I pretty much have to make the decision and see if we have an offer for him. I don't know yet. We will see. But that's kind of what's on my docket. What you guys got going on?
Yeah, just pulling this list. Me and Harrison are going to go look at the human in the loop step as well, go fix that. Continue running a new campaign as well from this list that I'm pulling. Got a call with another business owner in about 30 minutes, and then also preparing for that big conversation we have tomorrow.
Yeah.
Enrique, I'm very curious about the content.
Bro, I'm just grabbing all the resources I can. I'm like navigating through Potato because it is a all-in-one tool, you know? Like it has like 8 capabilities that just combines in one. So we're gonna make something crazy with it. Also, Fathom, we use Fathom a lot. So Fathom is recording our videos, our meetings. So there's probably something cool there.
If you want, we have a Fathom, like a Fathom automation that anytime we have a Fathom, it will take the call.
Yes.
It will connect it and add it to the contact note. So if you want it part of the contact note, if like whoever is attached to the call, we were doing it for sales calls, but you could just like take it and then not add it to the note and do whatever you want after with it.
Give me, please. And is it coming with the transcript or is it a link to the call?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's linked to call, transcript, summary.
I need it right now, Harrison.
No, we need it.
I need it right
Why are we talking about all this meaning of life? We should be talking about social media automations.
Yeah, brother.
No,
Yeah,
hey,
jumping on
and
the call.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
one thing that we referenced a little bit, but after this week and we head into the weekend, it will be kind of like a recap of what we did this week and also building new and better things to add on for the next week, because we're always reiterating, we're always making everything better. Like you just saw right there, we had a workflow that hasn't been utilized between both of us. So now we're going to share that and then be able to create even more value with everything that we create. So be wary on the weekend. It won't be more business stuff and like having conversations. It will be building. So for the builders out there, you'll be interested in that.
Yeah.
And as you guys have requests, questions, comments, anything, let us know what you want to see during this, because obviously, like, yeah, we do the tech stuff. Yeah, we're doing launches, but we also talk shop about how do we build an offer stack? How do we position our offers? What is the value that we can create? What is the transformation? How do we want to negotiate these deals? How does all of this come together as one collective resource for everything as far as a business is operated? So marketing, sales, onboarding, delivery, retention, admin work. So this is a whole business model that we're creating and displaying for you here. This is an entire operating system. So whatever questions you have about, being able to build your own systems or join us as we build ours, then please make sure you're inside of the school community, because that's where we're going to post these updates every day. That's where the link is going to be every day as well. If you guys have friends, Florin, I know you know a lot of people as well. We are adding so much value here, and that is always going to be our goal. So tell people to join the school community. Copy the link from the chats. I'm actually going to drop the school link in the chat real quick. And Florin, if you could do me a favor, since you were so lovely in jumping on with us today, I am going to make a request of you. If you do not mind, please, could you share this link and just let people know what we're doing inside of your network? inside of any communities you're in, because our goal is to bring as many people together to be able to continue pushing this collective forward. So whatever value we can add, we're going to do it. We just need more people to share it with. So I would be honored if you could do that with us.
And you're invited here anytime.
Yeah, come hang out.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Since
Yes, I
you
will.
already,
Of course.
you already copied the Google Meet link, so
Yeah, so
you,
can't even kick you out.
you earned your place. You earned your place.
All right, party people, much love to you. Tomorrow we are going to be back as this live stream continues, right? This is day 2, so we're going to keep kind of buttoning it up and making sure that you can hear audio when it's happening and the rest. But tomorrow we should be mostly having conversations during this call because we're all launching at the moment, if there's anything else that pops up. But you're going to see the text conversations happening in real time and literally you're going to see the 2 text messages that we send to be able to book these meetings. And we'll keep showing you the behind the scenes actual appointments with these business owners. But share your comments, share your thoughts, share your concerns, share your questions. We've got you. We love you. And we will catch you tomorrow as we continue to build a $100 million AI deal sourced pipeline. Sam just put a $2 million business on his calendar today, so we should have a live tracker. We need a live tracker because we're building a $100 million pipeline.
We should put that on the front end that gets in the community, the one that we're talking about.
Yes, we're gonna build a super sexy, cool looking front end for you guys, so you can watch the stats as they go up. And once we hit that 100 million, we'll set a new goal because we're gonna absolutely smash that. We were shooting too.
We already smashed it at the beginning of the.
Well, I think some of that happened on the 30th of September. So I don't know if it counts. Yeah. But I know that yesterday morning you had some pipeline come in also. So what number are we at? Let's just to wrap it up. What number of deal pipeline do we have scheduled right now? I know we got that 2 million.
17. I'm at 17.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 2, 5, and 10 is what we got so far.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not going to count anything that we did on before October. So we just relaunched our campaign just now. You watched me turn it back on. So we'll keep our stats going up. But 100 million is the target. When we smash that, we'll move it up to 500 million and keep going.
Does that buyer conversation that we had yesterday?
That does count. I mean, it came in. Did it come in October or when did it come in?
It came in October. We had the conversation yesterday. So, I mean, that's 6 billion. 7 billion.
Okay, 100 billion is the goal.
we won't count it for now. Once we actually have something squared away, we'll talk about it then some more. But let's call the number 17 as of today, and we'll just keep that stat going up. So we'll share all of these results with you guys behind the scenes. Much love to you. Come hang out in the community. This is what we do all day, every day. And remember, you are loved. You are blessed. Keep going. We'll catch you later.
Peace.
Peace.